4 rounds of the LEGEA V-League. 2 teams remain undefeated and 3 teams are yet to register any premiership points. Metropolitan FC sit pretty on top of the ladder after a top-of-the-tail clash.
Chiefy, speaking of top of the table clashes, North Melbourne versus Fitzroy. We called it. It was a colossal game. North Melbourne started poorly. Fitzroy hit the front early without the Mercury one, of course, and North Melbourne were able to pip them right at the last minute with a crucial penalty that set up a good win for North Melbourne, and they're certainly back in the premiership race.
And Chiefy, we have the strugglers, Albert Park, McLeod and Melbourne Uni, yet to register premiership points, and they're fighting out for a relegation battle.
What about Ashburton? Mark Zilic, I take my hat off to you. You're a superstar, son. 6 goals, 6 crackerjack goals. Ashburton absolutely smashed McLeod, Chiefy. It was a great performance. Well done to Ashburton with their first points. So we officially welcome them to Brunswick. Of course, don't forget that this is Brunswick, not Anfield. And Ashburton, their first 3 points for the season. Good win.
And Chiefy, Pascoe still undefeated. 2 wins and 2 draws. They've dropped 4 premiership points. Yet another draw for Pascoe FC.
Well, welcome to round 4 of Futbol Town Show. And welcome the Golden Voice in fine voice. Golden Voice, how are you?
I'm terrific, Chiefy. I'm excited. I'm frothing at the mouth. The games are just getting better and better. This week we've got another huge clash, and it's just out of control. This LEGEA V-League Premiership is just sensational or fantastic.
Well, fantastic stuff. And a special guest today, the Statman on the panel. How are you, Statman?
Very well, thank you, Chiefy. It's good to be here.
Well, give the guys a warm welcome. Well, round 4 was an absolute colossal battle. 6 of the highest quality games. Golden Voice, how did you see them?
Well, Chiefy, there was some huge games this week. Paran Metropolitan, of course, we mentioned. Ashburton with a huge win. North Melbourne just came from behind and slapped Fitzroy in the finish. Tremendous games.
Well,
Melbourne Uni, spot of bother, big troubles for Melbourne Uni. Essendon, good to see back in fine form, and they'll certainly need their form for next week's clash, which we'll mention later.
Well, let's get all the information. Let's go to the Statman.
And there were 6 great games this week in the LEGEA V-League. And the round 4 results were: FC Essendon comfortably defeated Melbourne Uni 10-3. Metropolitan defeated FC Paran 5-4. FC Carlton defeated Albert Park 7-3. And the game of the week, North Melbourne defeated Fitzroy 8-7. What a great game it was, with the chance coming back from 5-2 down to defeat Fitzroy without the Mercurial one, James Blackburn. Top effort, Fitzroy. And Ashburton registered the first win of the season, defeating McLeod 14-6. And Pascoe played in a thriller, drawing with FC Melbourne 4-all. And next week's clash is round 5. At 6:30, Pascoe versus Metropolitan, the 2 undefeated sides, by the way. At 7:15, the strugglers, Albert Park versus McLeod, which both teams are desperate for points, viewers. At 8 o'clock, FC Paran versus Melbourne Uni. At 8:45, we have Fitzroy versus Carlton. At 9:30, the grand final replay between North Melbourne and Essendon. What a great game it's going to be. And the last game of the round is FC Melbourne versus Ashburton. And now we'll go to the ladder. Currently sitting on top are Metropolitan with 12 points. Closely followed second by Paran on 9 points. Third, Fitzroy with 9 points. Fourth, FC Essendon with 9 points. Fifth, North Melbourne with 9 points. Sixth, Pascoe on 8 points. Seventh, Carlton on 5 points. Eighth, Ashburton with 4 points. Ninth, FC Melbourne with 4 points. And then we have the strugglers, Albert Park on 10 with 0 points. McLeod with 0 points. And Melbourne Uni with 0 points. And now we'll go to the goal kickers. Currently on top, after missing last week's game, is still James Blackburn with 15 goals. then followed by Alexander with 15 goals, then Simrahim with 13 goals. Then we have a few players on 8 goals, including Milos with 8 goals, Michael Habashi with 8 goals, Maxi Avram with 8 goals, Michael Dixon with 8 goals, and Chrissy Vathukas with 8 goals. That's all, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.
Well, Statman, you just said that you'll see him next week, but you're still on the panel.
I'm really enjoying myself, Chiefy. I could be taking the Wizards' place.
Well, I don't think the Wizards...
Don't get too comfortable, stats man.
Yeah, don't get too comfortable, but what a round 4 it's been, and I'm sure round 5 is going to be equally as good, if not better, and I'm really looking forward to this. The game is fast. It's the new ball this week was out of control. The quality was high. A few big results, although there were a few close games. And the goals. What did you think of the goals this week?
Well, Chiefy, plethora of goals to pick from this week. Lots of good goals, some high scoring affairs, some tight affairs, but plenty of quality goals. And we'll have to pick one, don't we?
Well, without giving too much, we'll probably just throw straight to the goal of the week. Yep. Let's go to the goal of the week.
They'll end up close to the bottom, that's for sure.
Dixon, Bordan coming forward, look at Bordan, goal! Beautiful play by Anthony Bordan! Anthony Bordan went on a thundering run, found Azovsky, and Igor Azovsky's got his second.
Bordan, great run, did his little shimmy jigging in a few defenders, off to Igor Azovsky and slotted it home. Beautiful goal, Chief, I loved it.
On that note, how good has Zelic fit into, fit into this Ashburton team?
Zelic, debut, half a dozen goals, great performance.
Ivan Zilic, you are an absolute star. I remember
Well done, lad.
following you in the Premier League, 3 years, top goal scorer. You're an absolute champion, mate. It's a pleasure to have you in the LEGEA V-League. That was a terrific goal by Anthony Bordan. That was very clever play. Beautiful shimmy and a dance. Takes it all the way to Igor Azovsky. Is that correct?
Yes, Igor Azovsky, the number 6 for Ashburton. And Chiefy, just on Mark Zelic, perhaps we should give some bit of credit to Paul Divic, the technical director and tactician. Yes. Ashburton.
Yeah, he's got the
good selection for this side this week.
Yeah,
well done.
He's definitely got the fire in the belly, and they're one to watch. We talk about the North Melbournes, we talk about Fitzroy, Pascoe. We tend to talk about the other team, Essendon FC, or FC Essendon, should I rather.
Too many quality sides, Chiefy, to...
They're going to come knocking on the door, and I think they're going to be coming knocking hard. So, well done, Ashburton FC, and well done to Anthony Bordan and Igor Azovsky. That was a fantastic goal, really enjoyed it. Any further comments, boys, before we throw to talk of the town?
Whoa.
No?
Well, Chief, you must be mentioned that Pirana Metropolitan too, we didn't mention them. They've come, they're great guys. They've really turned it around. Both sides, first and second at one stage, I think they still are. Yes, they are.
First and second, I think they've just swapped roles.
And we've got to mention too, Samir, it's not Samir, it's Samim Rahim. Samim, we love watching you play, some great quality strikes from you and great defending, and we're apologising for calling you for 3 weeks, Samir. Anyway.
Well, he rattled the upright.
Oh,
absolutely rattled the upright
too many times
from the left wing, and also too, Maxi Aaron kicked an absolute ripper. Very unlucky not to get goal of the week.
Yes.
So, great. Without any further ado, straight to Talk of the Town, a new segment we've got here at Futsal. Let's go to Talk of the Town and see all our players, our teams, our women's teams, our mixed teams. Let's go to it.
That was the end of part 1. Please watch part 2. Don't forget to click on the mouse. See? Thank you very much. Click on the mouse. The mouse. You know the mouse? Click on it. Yeah.